Hello my lovely people, you're welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and according to the time you are seeing this video. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. My God will continue to bless you. So there is an alleged information we are hearing concerning Olori Elizabeth. Sometimes what people used to say about people is somehow true. I don't know whether this one is not true, but that is what we heard. According to the alleged information, they said that Ooni of Ife caught Dr. Elizabeth and Ronke and Mariam discussing about Queen Naomi, Ooni and Tobi. And Ooni of Ife was like, is this happening? Can this be true that Dr. Elizabeth will be discussing Queen Naomi, especially because according to what we heard allegedly, we heard that Mariam, Ronke, and Ashley, in short, especially Mariam and Ronke, that they were having a discussion with Tobi, with Dr. Elizabeth, asking her some questions. They were just interacting, they were asking Dr. Elizabeth some questions, like, all these things that have been happening in this palace, how do you see it? My people, they don't know that Dr. Elizabeth don't even know that these people are looking for how to get words from her mouth. And you people know that since Dr. Elizabeth came into the palace of Ile-Ife Kingdom, she has been a good person. We have been seeing her as good person. Because she has been trying to help Ooni of Ife reconcile with Queen Naomi, and even her mother too. Her mother also helped. Sometimes her mother will call Queen Naomi and advise her on how to come back to the palace. In short, recently we heard that Dr. Elizabeth's mother called Queen Naomi and told her that, look at the dangers and the implications of you not going back to the palace since you are supposed to go back there. That the thing is getting on Ooni of Ife, that Ooni of Ife is feeling it emotionally. It is affecting him emotionally. Sometimes if you are discussing with Ooni of Ife, you find out that he's not with himself. And Queen Naomi was like, let him do the needful now so that she will come back. She will go back to the palace. So according to what we are saying, we heard that Mariam and Ronke, that they were discussing with Dr. Elizabeth, and they were asking Dr. Elizabeth, what do you have to say concerning this thing that that Queen Naomi is doing to Ooni of Ife? And Elizabeth was like, my people, it's not that I'm because they are saying that she's supporting Queen Naomi, and she was like that she's not supporting anybody, that all she's doing is just to make sure that peace reign in the family. Now they know that she's a peacemaker, and that since she have been trying to make sure that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace, but Queen Naomi have not trying. Queen Naomi have been doing shakara. That all this shakara that Queen Naomi is doing, the thing is too much this time around. And they were like, continue. And that she have been trying, and Queen Naomi is doing more shakara like that. Hey, and they asked her about Ooni of Ife. How do you see Ooni of Ife the way Ooni of Ife is treating all of them? And they said that what Dr. Elizabeth said, that for Ooni of Ife, that she have found out that Ooni of Ife cannot be happy. Ooni of Ife cannot be happy without Queen Naomi staying by his side. That one thing you notice about Ooni is that, number one, Ooni of Ife loves Queen Naomi so much, and without Queen Naomi, his joy is not complete. That his joy will always be complete if Queen Naomi comes back to him, and Tadenika will also by his side. That he's not going to be happy at all. I don't know. And people were like, why? What gave these people the infantry to be discussing Queen Naomi? Although what I saw in their discussion is not, what they were discussing is not bad. It's not bad, but it's somehow, I don't know what I say, it's somehow not supposed. It's not supposed because Queen Naomi is the enemy. This Ronke and Mariam is seeing Queen Naomi as their enemy, and Queen Naomi is seeing Dr. Elizabeth as her friend. So they don't have to come together to be discussing anything that concern Queen Naomi at all at all. And they also asked her about Doctor, not doctor, who gave her doctor sef, na Tobi I want to say. They asked her about Tobi, and she said that for Tobi's own, that since she came into this palace, Tobi had been saying that she's pregnant. Pregnant every day, pregnant. They have not seen any baby. Oh, her own self tire everybody. The way they were just discussing, and people were like, Ooni of Ife trusted this Dr. Elizabeth. Dr. Elizabeth is not supposed to make herself available to be discussing with these Oloris, these enemies of Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife. People we are blaming Dr. Elizabeth for making our time to be discussing with these people. Even these people that is even discussing with Dr. Elizabeth, they no even see Dr. Elizabeth and leave. Dr. Elizabeth is also a threat. So I don't know. I don't just know what is really happening. But what I know is that Ooni of Ife was not happy when he saw Dr. Elizabeth, Ronke and Mariam discussing Queen Naomi. And they forgot that there is CCTV everywhere in that palace. Not that the thing that made Ooni of Ife to know about these things is that CCTV. Because sometimes if they want to do some certain things that they want to do, they will forget that there is CCTV. Because of out of pressure, they will just do one thing or the other. That kind of discussion is not supposed to be. Dr. Elizabeth is supposed to know that she is the only personal person of Ooni of Ife in that palace. And that is why Ooni of Ife said that she's not leaving the palace. Why would she make herself, bring herself too low and too available for this old cargos to be discussing with? Anyway, my people, what I'm seeing in this whole thing is that it's like somehow Dr. Elizabeth is trying to key into Mariam and Ronke's side, because for her to get enough time to be discussing with them concerning Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife, it means that all these things that Ooni of Ife have been doing and the things that Queen Naomi have been doing is getting on her, that she can no longer bear it. That she can no longer bear it. That is why. And that is why people used to say that, forget about Dr. Elizabeth though. All the things that she has been doing, she is doing it just for her own selfish interest. But now that she's trying to, if she even try it, it's not going to be well with her, because Ooni of Ife have trusted her with everything he has. Even Dr. Elizabeth also trusts her that she's not going to do anything bad to her. For her to have time to discuss on Queen Naomi and Ooni with these people is something else. Me sef, I don't even like it. Anyway, my people, I don't know what you have to say in this whole thing, but all I have to say is that Dr. Elizabeth no do well for doing this kind of thing. If she want to discuss, it shouldn't be Ronke and Mariam. It shouldn't be any of the ladies in that palace that she will discuss anything with. Thank you so much, and please remember that they are all alleged information.